45. Brown, 45. Hot, 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 hot.
You are listening to Any Given Sunday, Australia.
Alrighty, joining Danny and myself now is a punter that is following in the footsteps of Australian and New Orleans Saint Lou Hedley. He's the latest pro kick alum to carve a path in college football. He's a freshman out at the Miami U. Number 94, Mr. Dylan Joyce. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you on, mate, and we appreciate you giving up a bit of time on usually a pretty busy college week. Appreciate you coming on, mate.
No, it's my pleasure.
You're actually and you yourself and I have spoken about this online. You're the second Miami U player that we've had on. We had Big Frankie Tinilau a couple of months ago. How's the big man going?
He's going good. Yeah, I think he's just had surgery on his back, but he's going good at the moment. He's looking fit. So, yeah.
Is he back on the track or?
He's not back on the track yet, but from what he's told me, he said he's feeling really good. And I don't know. He's itching to get back in that way. Because you probably know his personality and that. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And a question I was thinking about when I was writing these up. Number 94. Do you get to pick your own numbers, or were you given 94, or why 94?
Oh man, it was pretty much kind of given to me. Though I kind of want number 22 or number 3 because my favourite footy player is still side bottom, so number 22. But I wanted number 3 because of my footy number back home, but I didn't have any of them available, so I was like, I guess I'll go number 94.
Well, I go from Brisbane, so we don't need to talk about the Pies too much. Yeah, it still hurts. It's been a couple of weeks, but it still hurts. But a question I like to start with, just to get into your mindset and see what kind of bloke we're dealing with, is 3 people that you'd have at a dinner party, mate.
3 people. Probably Michael Jordan be one. God, I don't know. Michael Jordan. Probably Scott Pendlebury. Got to be one of them.
Yeah,
one of the Pies boys. And God, Michael Jordan, Scott Pendlebury. Probably. Oh no, Steel Sullivan's going to be up there. One of my favourite players. So he's got to be up there.
I didn't want to talk about it, but I think you definitely have to say that Pendles has kind of cemented himself as one of the GOATs at Collingwood now, isn't he?
He has to be. He's going to be a 2-time premiership player. All-time disposal player. He's going to be out there.
He's definitely out there. I don't like the Pies, but I do have a soft spot for Pendles, so we'll let that one slide through. But you're a country boy back over in Australia, from Kyabram. Is that where you're born and raised?
Born and raised Kyabram, yeah.
Nice. So, for those who don't know, whereabouts is Kyabram in Victoria, mate?
So, Kyabram's from northern Victoria. There's only about 7,000 people there. So, it's probably about a 3-hour trek north of Melbourne. So, it's just
nice.
real dairy farming, just not much going on there. But, yeah, it's good little community.
Plenty of country footy up that way? Was AFL always the sport you played in your household?
Yeah, AFL, growing up, we started playing, kicking the footy with Dad, probably when we were, 3 or 4, and then just, playing junior footy, my whole life, and then, obviously, going to Assumption and playing school footy was, obviously pretty exciting to do that. But, then, come back home and play my senior footy back at, my local club. But, country footy's probably, grassroots footy is the heart and soul of, the little communities and stuff like that, back where I'm from.
Yeah, and you attended Assumption College for your final 3 years or 2 years of school, which has, an incredible AFL reputation. Is that why you went?
Yeah, I think, just with that, and then I kind of got into it. I don't know if you guys have heard about, Draft Star. It's an AFL, camp, yeah. So I attended a couple of camps there and just seeing the school and obviously Shane Crawford would rock up to like the draft stuff cancelled through Assumption, and like I don't know, I just fell in love with the place, and yeah, I was very very lucky to be able to get the opportunity to go there. So I'm very fortunate for that.
And
We had some lifelong mates there, and yeah, it was good.
so then when did the transition go from AFL to punting? And when did you meet up with our mates from Pro Kick?
Yeah, so I didn't meet up with the boys till I think it was early 2022, I think February. So I went down there for a session because my mate Tom Sheldon used to be the punter at UNC, and I played like local footy with him back home, and he was just telling me about like, oh, you should like really consider doing like pro kick, and I've never heard of it. But he got me into contact with Johnny, and went down there for a session in February, and then I didn't start until August because I was building my house and stuff back in Kyabram, so I didn't want to start. I didn't want to move down to Melbourne until my house is finished, so I didn't start till August of 2022.
So we were, Danny and myself, we were down with the Pro Kick lads 3 weeks ago, Danny, and I remember Chappie, Nathan Chapman was mentioning to all the kids that he had there, like this could be a 12, 18-month period.
Yeah.
But you committed in December. So within 2 months, 3 months, you were going from not even kicking a ball to committing to Miami.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just got really lucky as well with like obviously Lou finishing up his time here at Miami, and obviously we have like similar kicking styles. But I don't know. I think a lot of luck went into it as well because I expected to be there for about 18 months myself. But yeah, obviously because Bannon was like hassling me to start pro kick as soon as I could. But yeah, no, I'm just feeling fortunate that it all kind of planned out the way it did.
Yeah, beauty. And so did you, because you're, like you said, 3 hours north or a couple of hours from where we are, did you board at Assumption? Is that where...
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so do you think that helped with the idea of, shipping off overseas and being by yourself?
I think it really helped me, like, just like get out of my shell kind of thing and just develop skills to help me, like, just live by myself, get a bit of, like, individuality, like, I can just, like, live by myself kind of thing. So that helped me, like, move down to Melbourne too and, like, do pro kick and stuff as well. So obviously it's hard leaving your family and friends, like go halfway across the world and, like, go to school and don't know when you're going to see them next. But I think it definitely helped me out a lot.
And in December, like I said, you committed to Miami. Was it always going to be Miami? Was there any other offers or places that you were looking at?
I think it was always just off like what Bannon and Chappie and Tim were putting down. I don't think there was any other school that they were really looking for.
And what a ripper school to actually go to as well. Great reputation.
Yeah.
And a lot of good punches
Yeah.
that have gone through there as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no, I'm real happy with the spot.
Yeah, what are you studying at the moment, and was that part of your decision?
So to be honest, I had no idea what I wanted to study when I come over here. But I'm studying sports administration, which is, I think that's what Lou did as well, but I think it's what a lot of the footballers do, just to kind of get by.
Yeah, you're just ticking boxes there, aren't you? But you got to do what you got to do. It sounds like when you first met, you call him the Baron, which I love. But Johnny and the boys, was it? Did they kind of pitch to you straight away once they saw you that you're very much like Lou and could fit in it well at Miami?
It was kind of, they didn't want to like give you too much like information like when you start. It's more like a trust thing, like we're going to get you to like a big school, and like obviously they were like pretty adamant that I was going to go somewhere. So I don't know, I had full trust in them, and yeah, it ended up paying off. But I remember the band, like when I first kind of started, like the first few weeks, he said you should probably watch some film on like Lou Hedley, and I was like, oh, I have no idea who Lou is. Obviously, we do know who he is now, but when I first started, I had no idea about like the punters and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was watching him and I was going, oh, like I could definitely like do them, like do these type of kicks and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen a few articles and comments from, well, they say that you've said them, that there's obviously a lot of talk about Lou to yourself, but you've come out and said, look, I don't want to be Lou 2.0. I'm my own man and I want to, create my own path. Is that the case, or is there not as much talk about Lou as what it sounds?
I get called Lou Hedley. That's what I get told by everyone. I mean, like they kind of minced my words a bit there. Like obviously, like I look up to Lou. Like when I first got here, he took me in under his wing and like really showed me the ropes here. So I like appreciate Lou a lot, and like we still talk now. He's with the Saints and that. But yeah, I was kind of saying like I'm not going to be Lou. You know what I mean? Like Lou's like his type of guy. Like I'm just going to come in and try to fill the role as best as I can, kind of thing. Because like Lou was like the king of Miami kind of thing, and I'm just like, I'm just kind of like kick a ball kind of thing, But yeah.
From what I've seen, you've got the one calf tattoo. You're probably going to have to get a few more to be a bit more.
Yeah, I know. Every time you walk down like the main part of campus, like you need more tats. I'm just like, yeah, right away.
Is it starting to become a little bit of an expectation with Miami that the next punter coming through is always going to be Australian?
I think so. Yeah. Now they're like, oh, we've built a pipeline now. So I don't know. It's good. It's good for Aussie punters. Like, there's so many of us over here now. Like, it's just everyone expects a punter to be Australian. So, I mean, it's good for us.
Yeah, and hopefully the pathways just continue and keep on going like what Lou's done and actually gets the NFL, because there was a lot of punters that were going to college and then it stopped there because the old school American GMs and stuff like, I might have an Australian on my team sort of thing. It's good that Lou's breaking down those barriers as well as a bunch of others, but yeah, if it continues that way.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Lou's done really well, especially like from his background, like what he's done to get to like through pro kick, like through JUCO and stuff to get to Miami. Like he's done exceptional. Like now to get to the NFL, like I think it just shows that anyone can, like, whatever they've gone through, can definitely like make a way to the NFL, which has been really encouraging for myself as well. So
yeah, beauty. So you start in August, you commit in December. When did you head over there? When did you hit the ground? Like, when did training start? What happened as soon as you've decided to sign?
So I committed in December. Was trying to do all the visa stuff, like back home with the Barons and that. I landed here mid-January, so like they were just coming back into their spring training. So I landed with my family came over as well to check the joint out. Landed here, had 2 days to like find my bearings and stuff, and then we were just straight in like spring workouts and straight into kicking. And yeah, at first it was pretty daunting because like I didn't really know what to expect, but and then like 2 days off the plane, like jet lag, tired, meeting all these new people. But I don't know, it was definitely an experience for sure that I'll never forget. Just those first few days.
And how did you go once you did get into training? It's obviously a little bit different to the AFL style training that you've been doing. Is it, or did, pro kick have you pretty well set up?
Yeah, no, pro kick do really well. I was going to say the training's a bit different to local footy. It's like Tuesday, Thursday, like a bit different to that. But yeah, it's every day. Like every day you're doing something. Like weight, like in the spring, it's just like weights every day, and like you'll kick some days. And like summer, just all weights. Won't touch a footy, like unless it's like in your own time. And obviously you come into fall camp and that. But like the boys at pro kick do so well. Like training there, like it feels like they put that much pressure on you at pro kick. You feel like it's like the training here, so they prepare you really well.
Yeah, perfect. And what about the first time you put on a hat? Like, I'm presuming it's with, well, I know it's with pro kick because we've seen them work, man, Danny. You put pads and a helmet on and go to kick. Is it like a completely different experience?
Yeah, it's so different. Like when you have the helmet on, like rattling around, trying to watch the ball, like on your foot, you're like, I was thinking, fuck, like, can I even do this? But once after those first few weeks, like getting used to it, you find your feet a little bit, and yeah, you end up all right.
And what's your day to day like now as a college athlete?
So right now, like we'll have so I'll wake up probably about 6:45, then head into the facility, have brekkie, we'll have a meeting at like 7:30 or 7:45 ish, and then have meetings until probably 8:30, and then we'll get into practice. So tomorrow we've got a big practice, so it'll be like two hour practice, and then finish up, like shower, go to class, pretty much in the arvo, and then we'll have meetings in the afternoon as well. So we probably won't get out till about 7 o'clock at night.
So it's one big full day every day.
Yeah. So Tuesday, Wednesdays are our biggest days, our biggest load. Then Thursday, Friday, it tapers off a bit because we're just getting like fine tuning some stuff just for the game ahead.
And week 1 rolls around. You're playing against Miami, Ohio. What was it like in your first punt in front of 50,000 people?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. Just like running out there, I kind of like, yeah, I don't know, just kind of like you're like, all right, like I'm here now, like all the hard work, like I've done, like trying to like back in Australia, like kicking around in Josh's paddock with Timmy, and now you're out in like Hard Rock Stadium kicking in front of 50,000. It's pretty surreal. But yeah, the amount of practice we do before that, like the amount of reps we do during the spring and the summer with the team, like you kind of go out there and it just feels like practice again. Like as soon as you see the boys line up, you kind of just like, oh, all I got to do is just kick the ball kind of thing. So I think like a lot of the preparation really helps you. But yeah, it was definitely, I'll never forget it.
Just a slightly smaller crowd than your local footy?
We haven't got the tin shed on the other side. So that's all
right. And unfortunately, your team had a bit of a shocker last weekend, as most people have seen and probably spoken about. How do you reset the next big game against North Carolina?
Yeah, I think obviously it was a tough pill to swallow, that one last week, but the boys know what we got to do. Like you just got to move on, kind of thing. Like just kind of like flush it, and just look to North Carolina this week. Obviously, it's going to be a big game. Obviously, they're undefeated, looking really good, but we're still looking good. You know what I mean? Like it was just one play, but that doesn't change like our preparation and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Well, realistically, like you said, you're one play away from being 5-0, just like they are. So do you still take that confidence, like you said, that we can mix it with the best?
Definitely, yeah. I still like that's all the boys are saying too. Like I said, you can't just let one bad play or bad game just like deter your whole season. Like you can't just kind of let it like Cristobal said, you can't let the same team beat you twice. So you can't let the all the critics and all that kind of stuff barrel you down for North Carolina. You kind of just got to like swallow that pill and just move on. Like you just got to, I don't know, you just got to go in there with all like your film review and just attack it like nothing's happened.
Yeah. That's probably a question we haven't really come across before, Danny. Do you find, I'm presuming up at Kyabram, the local rag is probably getting into you if you don't, you go down to whoever. But how do you find the media and the scrutiny that you are put under there?
Yeah, obviously, there's a lot. I don't have Twitter, so
Smart.
That's probably a good start. But yeah, I don't know. The Miami fans are very passionate, so they'll let you know if you're not doing a good job.
Have you ever been hit up from the media or anything for comments or?
Nah, not yet. So it's pretty lucky with that. So
Speaking of
I'm pretty
passionate,
quiet a bit.
speaking of passionate Miami fans, one of my mates, his housemate is from Miami. I was like, oh, I do an NFL podcast, and she just looks at me. She's like, "Go Hurricanes!" First thing she did, I was like, "Wow, we're on the other side of the world, and you're still doing that."
No, they're all. I don't know. They're all very passionate over here. It's just like I don't know. It's just like it's very like different compared to home. Like it's good though. I love it. Like all my family here, they were at the game obviously last week, and they're at the Temple game as well, and they were just saying like it's crazy. Like the fans are just like so passionate, and like there was more Miami fans at the Temple game than there was Temple people. Like that was the first time like they've travelled really well, and they just like it was just crazy. Like just saying like the amount of people there.
It must have been just as a thrill experience playing your first game, and then also having your family there to be able to watch you as well.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. Like seeing them like on it, we do like a hurricane walk like before the game, like where all the all that shit kind of play, and like I seen them like on the side like when I was having a hug, and like I don't know, it was a very emotional like thing, like saying like oh like I finally like we're all here at the same time, like finally I've done it, like I've worked out. It was pretty.
Yeah, for sure. Are you the holder as well as the punter?
No, I'm not the holder. So our second string punter's the holder at the moment.
Yeah, is that something you're going to look at doing? Because I feel like if you're going forward, going into the NFL, that's kind of the role of the punter as well.
Yeah, definitely something I'm looking to.
Have you done much practice with it? Like I imagine that's almost like punting especially for an Aussie, comes natural, really. Like, but being able to be down there holding that and have that, you have to get the laces in the right spot and things like that.
Yeah.
A bit more pressure under there, I reckon.
I mean, like, I like holding. Like, it's fun. Like, I want to be holding, but yeah. Obviously, it just didn't happen this year. But obviously, it's something I'm still working at. I was doing it at Pro Kick too. Like, they teach you how to hold and stuff like that. So I had kind of the basics down, and then now being here, like under Coach Maloof, who was like in the NFL as well, so it's been really good having him. And obviously he was with Lou as well, so he's been really good to me, and just like helping me out with holding and the spirals and all that kind of stuff. So it's been good.
Yeah, well, you got 4 years there, so I imagine you'll be able to pick it up. You've got.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind that realistically, it's only just been 12 months. 13 months now that you've actually been doing this and doing it properly. So I reckon within 4 years you'll be right. You'll pick it up.
I hope so.
Yeah. So the team 4-1 should be 5-0, but they're 4-1. What are still the goals for the team going to the end of the year?
Well, we're basically just taking it one game at a time. Like every week we're just trying to be 1-0. Like so we're not looking towards the end of the year yet. We're just like take it one game at a time. So this week we want to be 1-0, and it just resets. This week we want to be 1-0. That's kind of our mentality at the moment. And every practice we'll be like, all right, this is the practice that we're doing. We're only looking forward to this practice kind of thing. So we're just looking at whatever's in front of us, and then we do the right stuff. Then we'll end up being pretty successful, I think.
And then what about your own personal goals? We've spoken about it a fair bit, like touched on it. Is NFL the ultimate goal post these 4 years?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely something I want to do. I thought, I'm over here, might as well give it a crack. But, like it'd be unreal, even seeing Lou, like I watched like his pro day and stuff, and I just thought it was like unbelievable, like seeing like all the pro day stuff and like the build up to like the combine, like and all that, like, and then him like getting the call that he was going to the Saints was unbelievable. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to strive for.
And then we'll post all of that. Will we see you back on Aussie shores, or you reckon you're going to settle into the States?
We'll see. I'm not too sure yet. I only just got here, but Miami's pretty good, so I don't think I'm leaving anytime soon yet.
You got to make the most of those 4
beautiful,
years.
Mate. Yeah, exactly.
Still got 4 years to work it out, so
Yeah, perfect. Awesome, mate. I love that you're only realistically 5 weeks into a 4-year journey, so we look forward to following you and seeing how you go. We get a lot of Miami on ESPN, which is handy, so we'll definitely be able to keep across you and see you when you're out there on the field, mate.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Nah, cheers, mate. We appreciate you coming on, and we'll definitely we'll keep on top of you going forward, mate. But keep up the good work. We know you got your family with you, so go enjoy time with your family before they ship off, and we'll speak to you soon.
Easy, no worries, guys. Thank you so much.
Go Hurricanes.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Go the Canes. We're out the U.